Live now?
We're live on the Lundby Soccer Podcast. Coming to you live at halftime, Chelsea versus Man U.
Okay. I'll be honest. I didn't expect a lot when we played away at Bayern Munich. I with a good coach and our talent, we should have easily gotten a result against Vincent Kompany, the coach who can't get a team, to stay up in the Premier League.
Right.
Like, he goes from getting relegated to coaching Bayern. Like, this is not a serious person. But you can win a title. Like, you could put a mannequin at manager at Bayern. They probably could win the Bundesliga.
Right.
Just,
Right.
Sorry, but that's the way it is with the embarrassment of riches they have. So, I can handle us getting steamrolled in the Allianz Arena in Munich. I can handle it. It infuriates me, but I can handle it. Going to Manchester United and even getting, with a man down, getting steamrolled like this, even at Old Trafford, hallowed grounds, I don't care. This team are trash. Amorim is trash. He is hopeless and useless and a bad manager, and he should have never gotten hired there, okay, if they're serious about winning. And I've said this before, I felt this way when we hired Enzo Maresca. I'm always hopeful. I'm a naturally optimistic person, but I do not believe if you're a big top club in taking managerial risks. And so I believe that you go out and you pay the big dollars and you get a manager who doesn't have new innovative ideas. You get a manager who's won, who's a winner. And if that means you go out and you spend all the money in the world and you get Carlo Ancelotti to come back, or you bring Mourinho back, whatever, that's what you do. Oh, we got to turn off this closed captioning. That's got to go.
Okay.
Well, we're watching the game live right now. Excuse me. Oh, geez. That's not how you do it.
Just
Anyways.
worry about the podcast, Joe.
Anyways.
We got a podcast going on here, man. All right, so
We've got this Neanderthal, this husk of a human being, who... Maresca is not it. It's not what we need.
He's done.
I do not believe he's going to get us there. Okay? I could be wrong, and I want to be wrong. I actually want to be wrong, despite all the pride in the world that I could muster, and the most amount of ego I could ever want. I am willing to eat crow and have Maresca be a winning coach, but it's just not going to happen because he's an idiot when it comes to tactics. He's one of these guys, much like Ange Postecoglou, okay, who is like, we've got a style and a way that we play, and this we're not going to compromise. We're not going to compromise on that play. We're going to, oi, mate, oi. No, dude, go back to the Outback, okay? Why don't you coach some Australian football, idiot? And Enzo should just get in a boat and start being a fisherman. He's useless in soccer. He's useless. He's not good. And so what happens is that David Sanchez gets a straight red for, an obvious red card foul, one-on-one situation, goal, prevents a goal by hacking a guy to the ground, Mboimo or whatever his name is. It's whatever. Everybody knows Sanchez is not the greatest goalkeeper, prone to mistakes. He can be a decent shot stopper, but, I'm not super shocked that he got a straight red card. It's what ensues that drives me crazy. It's what ensues. It's the tactical decisions that just put me right through the roof. Okay? Maresca proceeds to take off Estevao for Jorgensen for goalkeeper. Okay. I
Understandable.
I kind of get that. That's not the most offensive thing you could do. That not even the most. That actually makes a ton of sense. Then he pulls off Neto for Tosin. That's makes sense too. Like, yeah, let's not have a bunch of attackers out there. Let's get another defender out there. Let's try and not concede a goal. Okay. Then we immediately concede a goal. Okay. So then, in his genius, and I said this immediately, and right after I saw them take, I was like, wait, Cole Palmer's off? They're taking Cole Palmer off? Like, what? They take Cole Palmer off for André Santos, who's like a no-name Brazilian 21-year-old ultra defensive midfielder, Brazilian kid. They take off Cole Palmer. Our only chance of creating a goal with a man down, like creating a goal, they take him off, and he brings on André Santos. Like, what? Who is this kid? I'm sure he's going to be great someday. Well, I sure hope. Whatever. I don't care. We need to win the game still. So, we bring on a defender for Neto. Totally acceptable. We concede a goal. That's annoying. Then, Maresca is like, oh no, I didn't expect this, oh no, yeah, and he like freaks out, starts gripping the bat too tight, because he's an idiot, and he doesn't know what he's doing, and the only reason that he's still in this job is because he's got Cole Palmer. That's literally the only reason he's got the job, is because of Cole Palmer.
Very good point.
Cole Palmer is the reason, and what he was able to do, and by the way, Cole Palmer is able to conjure genius from nowhere. It doesn't matter like what coach he has or the players that are surrounding him. He's going to create moments of brilliance. He's a brilliant player. He's arguably the best attacking midfielder in the Premier League. Okay? He's incredible. So it doesn't really matter like what's happening. So like Enzo Maresca got us into the Champions League last season, but he really didn't get us into the Champions League. Cole Palmer got us there. And yeah, Cole Palmer, the second half of the season wasn't great. That's fine, whatever. But Cole Palmer is the reason we beat PSG in the Club World Cup. He is the guy. And he just hauls him off for André Santos, who is not a proven Premier League talent or anything. He's not anything. He's 21 years old. Who I want somebody out there in the world. I want them to tell me who André Santos is and point out his genius and how he's going to change the landscape of the game. And we're going to get a result out of this because we brought on André Santos, a defensive midfielder who played in who knows where and did who knows what. And it's like insane. This man has no idea what he's doing. And then, this is the best part. This is salt on the wound. So, of course, we're just getting absolutely throttled. They're up 2-0. I mean, Chelsea cannot put together two passes. It's not just that we're down a man. We are playing horribly. There is no tactical anything happening here. We're not even really parking the bus either, by the way. They're getting attacks. They're getting us on the counter. How are they getting us the counter? We can't even mount an attack. Somehow they're getting counterattacks. What is going on? This is something that would never, Mourinho at his lowest point in his career would never allow this to happen. This would not happen if Jose Mourinho was coach. The lowest point of his career, like the game before he got fired from Fenerbahce, okay, what this is would not happen, okay? And it's like, what's going on? So basically, we've got 9 defenders on the field, including the goalkeeper, and then we've got João Pedro. Okay. Nothing's happening. By the way, currently nothing's happening. They've got another counterattack, by the way. Anyways, we're in the second half. Then Casemiro gets a second yellow and a red card, which would be great, except we've got 9 defenders on the field. Everybody gets the ball and they're like, I just need to look to my right or my left. Nobody can look forward. Nobody can get passes forward. They're all in defensive mindset except João Pedro. So he'll receive the ball in an attacking position. There's just 5 guys in front of him. It's like so asinine. It's incomprehensible. I've had very little faith in Enzo Maresca this entire time, and I have no faith in him anymore. He's an idiot. He needs to be fired. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. All that's going to happen is we're going to crash out of the Champions League, and it will only be due to our embarrassment of riches in attacking talent, and talent all around the field. Midfield, defenders, attackers. In particular, though, like João Pedro and Estevao and Cole Palmer are just obscenely talented, and then they've got good backups behind them. Like, we've got such a talented team, we could squeak into another Champions League spot this season, but I don't see us winning titles. I don't see us winning, like, the Curling Cup or FA Cup or certainly not the Champions League and not the Premier League with this disaster. It's unbelievable. It makes no sense. Get rid of the man. He's trash. And by the way, he's been talking this whole time about this attacking game, and we're gonna be attractive soccer. We're the style, and we're gonna dominate play. And it's like, dude, we've only scored goals on counterattacks. Like, what? That's what we've done. That's what we've done. That's it. It has nothing to do with dominating possession. In fact, screw possession. Who cares? Open up, let teams come in, play tough defense, stick 6 guys back there. Who cares? And then just lob the ball up to Cole Palmer and let him put somebody through or let him dribble through a guy and score. That's what we need to do. We'd get results. We might be competing for the title at that point. Instead, we got whatever is going on here. We're 2-0 down, 10-on-10 against Manchester United, getting absolutely dominated currently, by the way. It's the 53rd minute. We can't string together 3 passes. It's awful. They got Harry Maguire out there putting in a banner performance.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I was a fan of the tactical plan until I realized that he took Palmer off after you guys went down a goal, which really doesn't make... So right when you realize, we need a goal, we need to be able to play offense, we need an outlet, he took Cole Palmer off, which is a really kind of a shameful decision. It shows that he's really looking to...
He resigned.
Yeah, he says, I don't
want
want
stop the bleeding.
I don't want it to be 5-0.
Against Manchester United, in their current state, really? You don't think we could beat them? Like,
right.
They're awful.
They're
truly awful.
That's pretty
Amorim
pathetic.
is just as inept, well, apparently less inept than the truth is about Amorim is that him and Maresca are like equally inept, but Amorim has a squad of players with less confidence, and he has less defensive and midfield talent. So
now that's another problem is you don't have any subs at this point. I think you can make 2 more subs.
we have 2 more subs. That's it.
But you don't have any good players to bring on.
We could put Gittins on.
You can bring on Gittins.
No,
you got Gittins.
No, they should put Garnacho on because he wants to prove a point.
That would be smart. That would be very smart.
They should put Garnacho on, but he's been all over the place. So, but I think they should put him on, and hopefully he can prove a point, and he's going to have to. João Pedro's had like 4 touches the entire game.
Oh, that's another note I saw. Cole Palmer was on for 21 minutes.
Yeah.
He had 1 touch on the ball.
Yeah.
So in that period of time, which it was pretty rough,
well, and
it was a bad start to the game, but 1 touch on the ball.
But this is exactly how it went down between Maresca, his genius, and his dumb assistant coaches. They're because I saw them looking at their iPads.
Looking at the numbers.
They're looking at the numbers. Well, he's only had 1 touch of the ball. He's just not having a good game. It's like, dude, it doesn't matter. It's soccer, dude. It's
Right.
soccer, man. Like,
Yep.
things change on a dime, and when somebody's brilliant, they come out of nowhere and they can just do something great.
right.
They don't
Yep.
have to play well. Have you learned nothing, you idiot?
He has learned.
He's an
he has
imbecile.
learned nothing.
He has learned nothing.
Maresca,
He's learned nothing.
Maresca is going to get fired.
Oh,
this
yeah,
season.
of course.
I'm
He's
convinced.
out.
I'm absolutely
Yeah,
convinced.
he's out. He's out. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it a long time ago when I noticed that he was like not wanting to compromise on style. There's a famous Jose Mourinho quote about this. About this idea of like.
You look that up. If Maresca wants to keep his job, he needs to stay in contention for the top 4 or 5 in the Premier League. He really needs to show that he can do that. And right now he's out of it, which is really bad for Chelsea with how much they've spent and where they were last season. And the teams that they're competing against, they're behind Bournemouth and Crystal Palace. What? Like, what are you doing? Why are you behind these teams? Who else is there? And Tottenham. Why are you behind Tottenham? Tottenham were terrible last season. Chelsea should be far ahead of these teams. And then Maresca also needs to prove that he can make it to the next round of the Champions League. So I think there's probably going to be 4 or 5 Champions League games before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And he needs to show that, hey, we're going to be in the next round. If he can't do that, and if he can't be in the top 5, he's out by January. He's out of the team. And I think Chelsea should be, they should definitely be looking for a new manager no matter what. They should just be looking for somebody better than this.
Yeah.
So
we should bring back Mourinho. That's what we should do.
You should, but I don't think it's an option. I really don't think Mourinho is ever going to go back to Chelsea.
He's coming back.
We're going to bring him. It would be glorious, but I think he literally said he would not. He would not go back to Chelsea.
No, he'll come back.
So
his family currently lives in London. He'll come back. That's like his home, is London.
Right.
This is the stat, or not the stat, this is the quote I was thinking of by Mourinho. The stats, many, many times, are like an incredible piece of meat or fish, but badly cooked. It doesn't tell me much. They can take the ball home with them. I took 3 points. How that is lost on these managers, especially in the Premier League, with how fast the game moves and how physical and intense it is, and how the refereeing is done, how these guys come in here thinking they're going to do whatever they think they're going to do with, like, if we just have more possession, they're looking through, let's say, more possession, more shots. It's like everybody still thinks they're Pep Guardiola. It's like, dude, you are not Pep Guardiola. And also, you don't have Lionel Messi, or you don't have a Manchester City budget. Whatever it is, you don't have that. Okay? You just don't. Nobody does. You got to be better the way that is going to work. You have to be pragmatic. And these people are nothing of that sort. Mm-hmm. They are just way up their own anal cavity about what needs to be done here. And it is infuriating. It is driving me up the wall. Watching this game is just like nails on a chalkboard. I'd rather have my nails torn out in a POW camp in Japan circa 1944. This is awful. This is so bad.
So to your point, and to Mourinho's point, Arsenal beat Man U at Old Trafford on the first game of the season with a bunch of injured players, and they had 40% possession. Arsenal had 40% possession. Man U went home with the ball. Arsenal got a goal off of a corner kick and won the game. And that says it all. We won, they lost. So this whole idea that, possession automatically means you win, not so much. Arsenal beat Nottingham Forest, 54% possession.
I just saw Andre Santo make a run. That's cool. He made a run into no man's land. with like 7 bodies between him and the ball. Like nobody, you can't even see his run. He's such an idiot because he's a defensive midfielder. It's just so bad.
Yeah, the possession coaches, what they need to understand.
By the way, we're doing a lot of possession right. This is fantastic. This is great. Look at all these sideways passes.
Yeah,
back and forth.
Down 2-0, playing possession ball. In the defensive
and look
third.
at how high the line is. Oh yeah, we're really gonna get something going here.
Yeah. There's no outlet. There's
nothing.
So the key with possession is defense.
What Caicedo's gonna?
That's what the new possession coaches don't understand. Maresca, Amorim, and Ange Postecoglou. You have to build from the back. You have to be able to stop the other team from scoring. You have to be able to get the ball from the other team. If you can't do that, if you don't have the defense, if you don't have any defensive understanding or midfield awareness, you cannot build this possession offensive game like what Pep Guardiola did.
De Ligt looks like Paolo Maldini, by the way. Somehow. It's just...
Yeah, so, Pep Guardiola has always had very good defenders, and then he brought in, who's the goalkeeper who would play a lot of ball with the ball at his feet? The most recent goalkeeper they have.
Alisson? No. Alisson's at, wait.
Man City.
Oh, at Man City.
Whatever the guy's name is. Anyways, he's Ederson. He's a ball-playing goalkeeper. Very good with the ball at his feet. So if you can't build an attack from the back, you're just screwed. Because first off, you can't build. So the attack is the possession ball that you're trying to play is going to be sloppy from the get-go. And then when the other team eventually gets the ball back, which is probably going to happen a lot because you can't build from the back, you can't defend. You can't get the ball back. And so these teams like, current Nottingham, current Chelsea, and current Man U, it's just a disaster. They've got some quick, tricky attackers. They've got some people who can do some things on offense. Oh, West Ham, great example. Yeah, Potter. These coaches just have no idea what they're doing. They seem to have no clue what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, it's a disaster.
Dude, if Sam Allardyce was here, man, dude, what I would give.
Big Sam.
For Big Sam.
Trust need Big Sam or Sean Dyche.
We brought on Gusto for Cucurella. I mean, it's whatever. And then...
Gusto's, he plays offensive.
Man, you can see the confidence in them. I mean, they are just crushing us. Oh, they brought on Cunha. Great. They just took off a defender and brought on an attacker.
That's really funny, though. Like, when it's the end of the game and they can just lock it down and win the game, Amorim's like, no, let's put on a forward. What an idiot. What are you doing, dude?
They're fine because they'll probably be fine because we have no confidence. We have no attacking talent out there, and we can't. I don't know if we've had like one shot or something. You can look it up. We have not attacked.
Bad game. All right, let's talk.
This is a phenomenally bad game.
Let's quick mention Liverpool versus Everton, the Merseyside derby.
This is so incredible.
Liverpool,
we just pissed away an entire half.
With them bringing on Cunha, you guys that's a potential that you guys could get.
We're screwed, man. We've shown we can't defend. So what are we going to do now?
You brought on Gusto. Now bring on, what's his name? Garnacho. You guys could snap a goal, maybe. Anyways, Liverpool beat Everton 2-1.
They brought on George. So
I would have expected Liverpool.
It's too little, too late.
I would have expected Everton to possibly win the game versus Liverpool, but they were up against one of the best teams in the league away from home. So they did get a goal. They made it close. I think Moyes is still a fantastic coach, but unfortunately, they weren't able to stop Liverpool. Burnley tied Nottingham. Nottingham had a terrible week. Okay, was it the EFL Cup, I think? They went and lost to Swansea in like the 90th minute. They went 2-0 up, I think, and then had a comeback at the end of the game and lost to Swansea. So that's who's the coach? Ange posterior glue. He is just
the Greek freak,
and
but
then
not.
Today he tied versus Burnley. It's just he's taking Nottingham down.
Oh, he's awful.
He is taking them
Well,
down.
you know what's funny is that the guy who owns Nottingham is Greek, and he.
Oh yeah.
So, Espiro Neseto, whatever his name is, I can never pronounce all these names. These Latin.
Nuno Espirito Santo.
Yeah, Nuno Espirito Santo.
Yeah.
They had a disagreement about something.
Yep.
And they're passionate people. The owner's Greek. He's Portuguese. They're like, no, that's how they get all into it. And so he kind of quits, gets fired, whatever you want to say. I don't know. But it was clearly a rash decision, whatever happened. But what's funny is that the Greek owner goes and hires this Greek guy who's just a failed manager and not a serious person.
Yeah.
But it's like they speak the same language. They've got this Greek connection. I mean, he's Australian, but he's very Greek. Ange is very Greek. I'm fairly certain he speaks Greek fluently. So that's funny. But yeah, he's going to run that team right into the ground.
He's already done it within like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He's run them into
Yeah. He's terrible. He's not a good coach. He's not a serious person.
All right.
He's not. You have to be pragmatic. It's literally like life. I don't know. Like you can't be like you. There's a saying where they're like they have champagne taste on a beer budget. Right?
Yep.
So beer is much cheaper than champagne. Much cheaper. Like if you pay, like let's say $30, you'll get, 32, 42 ounces of champagne maybe. Okay, if you pay $32, you'll get a 30 rack of beers.
Right.
You get a lot more beer for the same amount of money. And Ange he embodies that saying. That is him. He's like, we're going to play like a Pep Guardiola team without the talent or the money to buy the players or the tactical awareness of how to actually execute that, And so it's like so insane and delusional. And allegedly he did something great in the Scottish Premier League. Who cares? It's the Scottish Premier League. That's like, that's, yeah.
They say he always wins something in his second season. I wonder.
He's not making it to the second season, dude.
I wonder if next season
they're going to get relegated.
Well, maybe he'll win promotion back into the Premier League.
Yeah.
All right. So then Brighton tied Tottenham. That's kind of disappointing from Thomas Frank. I think they were trailing throughout the game. So Tottenham.
Brighton are good.
Yeah, they are good. And Thomas Frank is really great. We've talked a lot about how great he is. Can you get me another one?
I got you,
big
dog.
The thing about Tottenham is that they finished last season, I think, in the bottom half of the league. Like in 10th or 12th place. They're a really bad team. So although I believe that Thomas Frank is going to make them a much greater team, he already has, and he's a great manager. There's only so much he can do with that. We're not
squad. Getting a shot on goal. There's nothing happening in this game right now. It is so beyond pathetic. This is, talk about tactical unawareness. Talk about stupidity. you have Cole Palmer on your team. There is not a man more likely to create a goal in the Premier League than Cole Palmer. Everybody agrees with this. I have controversial thoughts about Chelsea that other Chelsea fans will disagree with. I've got all sorts of thoughts that people are like, okay, you're crazy. This is not a crazy one. This is sane. Cole Palmer will create goals. He just does that. That's the thing that he does.
Yeah.
He's dangerous. He attracts defenders. He, even if he's playing poorly, he's effective in that way. Okay? And he just hauled him off.
He almost reminds me of like a Berbatov, right? Where he's only had one touch on the ball. He doesn't look particularly dangerous or effective. He's kind of jogging around.
Brilliant.
But if he gets the ball, you're in trouble. You don't want Cole Palmer on the ball. And that's the way it was with Berbatov. He looked very lazy. He was very lazy. But he was a really brilliant player.
But Palmer's not lazy.
Always dangerous.
Palmer's not lazy.
Palmer is not lazy. It's not a one-for-one example, but
he's not a defender. He's not going to do a lot defensively, but he's not lazy.
Exactly. He's not going to be effective on defense, and it really didn't make sense to take him off because you guys were down. You just conceded a goal.
That was
the
not
worst
a yellow
time
card,
to
but
take
whatever.
Your best forward off. All right. Crystal Palace beat West Ham. That's another example of Potter being just a dumb manager.
No, he's awful. He'll get fired too. He's useless.
Yeah, at home
we already know that
as well.
Yeah, we already know. It's like the usual suspects. This is just so... I mean, I've said this before in other episodes. It's like, we've been through this. Like, Andre Villas-Boas. Do we not remember? Do we have amnesia? Did somebody get some sort of significant... Did, like, everybody in the front office get a head injury? We know that you just don't recreate Pep Guardiola attacking. We're going to attack. We're going to dominate possession. We're going to attract. No. Attractive soccer moments will happen. They will happen.
Right.
The most attractive soccer moment is winning titles.
Yeah, winning
and
games,
consistently
winning titles.
Getting results.
Yep.
Okay? And getting results when your back is against the wall is the biggest thing. And what we're doing is none of that. This is just pathetic. Chelsea can't string two passes together. We're not getting any shots on target. Manchester United somehow are dominating us. They went a man down just like us. By the second half, this is just completely pathetic. This is a manager who is just totally lost. He has no idea what he's doing. Fire him immediately.
Completely out of his depth.
Yeah.
Here. All right. Leeds United beat Wolves. That's a really bad loss for Wolves. Wolves are, they're not...
There are not enough pejoratives in the world to describe the disdain that I have for Enzo Maresca. They don't exist. I'm going to write my own dictionary at this point and invent my own words. This is just so soul-crushingly punishing. This is so bad. Continue. Sorry.
Leeds beat Wolves. I think these are two teams that are going to be struggling this season. Leeds are doing well for having just come into the league, and Wolves are really struggling at the start of the season. So Wolves are not looking good. They could likely just bomb out. I mean, they could be in a relegation battle for sure.
I'm going to just try to scissor kick. That's the confidence that Man U's playing with right now. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they're feeling good. They should. They should be feeling good.
Oh, what was that?
They're beating
He's
Chelsea.
awful, so nothing came of it, but it's like, this is...
Man U are currently beating Chelsea in the 76th minute, so that's probably not going to change.
No.
If Chelsea could pull off a goal, they could force Man U into a defensive position And Man U have a lot of offensive players on the field. So that could make it awkward for Man U, but at the moment, it looks like United are going to pull off a pretty easy win.
Dude, at this point, just pull
here.
people from the stands and put them out there. What are we doing?
Get some forward.
And when I say put them out there, I mean, like, put them in place of Amarim and Maresca, because this is awful.
This would be a tough game for Maresca for Garnacho to play back at his old team that he used to love. But you have to do it. It's time to bring on. It
doesn't matter. We used up our subs, so.
Oh, I thought you had one more.
No, we used them up.
Okay. Well, that's it then.
We put on Gusto and George.
Oh.
George got a yellow card. That actually wasn't a real yellow card, but whatever. I'm not super mad about that. But, George is just a kid, and with basically has not proven almost anything. I mean, he clearly is athletic and has shown some talent, but oh my.
It is what it is. All right, Fulham are playing Brentford. That's kind of a nothing game. I would expect Fulham to pull off a win or a tie. It's at home for Fulham.
Oh my goodness.
And Fulham are actually a team that their squad has stayed the same or improved since last season, whereas Brentford have taken a massive hit. So I think Brentford would lose that one. And then Sunderland at home against Aston Villa. That would be a fun one to watch because Aston Villa have had a very bad start to the season. And Sunderland, for a team who just came up, they're doing quite well. So I kind of think Sunderland could at least get a point. On paper they probably shouldn't win, but I'm rooting for Sunderland in that game, and I think they've got a good. This is probably their best chance of the season to beat Aston Villa because Aston Villa have had a bad start to the season. So, and then Bournemouth versus Newcastle at Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth win somewhat comfortably.
Really?
I do. Yeah. I mean Newcastle are a good team. They're a solid team, but Bournemouth are really. They're really doing well this season. They've got, is it Semenyo? He's playing out of his skin. He's a good player. And their coach he's doing a good job. Iraola. Don't want to mispronounce that one.
Man, if we could just make a shot on goal. Maybe just shoot one time.
This game is it's hard to watch. It's really hard to watch because Chelsea are trying to possess the ball. Oh, you got something going here.
Yeah.
They're trying to possess the ball, but it's all in the midfield with their defenders. They're not getting the ball. They're not doing anything worth a penny in the offensive third. They can't get the ball into the box. They can't get a touch in the box. There's just nothing happening for them, which is bad. Against Man U, that's really bad.
This is just outrageously bad.
All right, now, Arsenal play at home versus Man City. What do you think about that one?
Arsenal should clean Man City's clock or at least get a result. Man City are coming in with a false sense of confidence. They have a weak midfield. They're being propped up. There we go! We got one! We got one! We got one!
Oh, that's a game changer.
We're back in it. That is a huge game changer.
It just takes one.
It just takes one.
Goal.
The most dangerous lead is a 2-0 lead.
Quick corner, passed it in. James crosses it.
Chalobah heads it in.
Smart. That was a a training ground play.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I mean,
that's something. Okay.
I don't know if it was any better than just taking the corner, but they got a goal. That worked. Man U kind of fell asleep there, which is a really good sign for Chelsea.
Yes.
If Man U are getting exhausted and they're kind of losing focus late in the game, 80 minutes.
They have been, I will say this, Man U has been putting on an exceptionally intense amount of pressure, which is all to their credit. I can't take that's incredible. But people get exhausted when they're just constantly hurrying other people and trying to run everybody down.
About the Arsenal versus Man City game. Arsenal have a lot of injuries right now. I believe that Gyökeres is out with concussion from his last game. He got hit in the back of the head really hard to the point where he was bleeding just from getting a header in the back of his head. So Gyökeres, I believe, is going to be out versus Man City. I'll have to double check that. You can look it up. And then, so that leaves Havertz and striker or Trossard. Our last game, Arsenal versus Athletic Bilbao, Martinelli scored and got an assist, and then Trossard scored and got an assist. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Martinelli on the left, Trossard starting striker, which I think would work well against City. It's a little questionable though not having Gyökeres in. Although to be fair, I don't think this is Gyökeres' game against City.
How do you know they're not going to? How do you know they're not going to start Gyökeres?
I think he's got an injury. I think he's out. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure he's out for the game.
That's not good.
Yeah,
that's not good at all.
It's not great, but I don't think it's a great game for Gyökeres. I think we might be better off not starting him. Anyway.
You want to start the towering Swede. Here's the thing. And a lot of people don't know this, but there's no love lost between Norway and Sweden. These are two countries. They're smaller countries in Europe, but they actually are not huge fans of each other. We know this because our great-grandmother immigrated from Norway. Our father is ethnically 100% Norwegian. Even our mother's got a little bit of the Norse skinner. And so we're familiar with the culture, and there's a lot of
animosity
between the two.
It goes back, 12 to 1,400 years.
There's a lot of beef between the two. So here's the thing. I don't know if it's that. I don't know. Whatever. Regardless, they don't actually like it. It would be great to have Gyökeres and Haaland out there.
Yeah,
facing
have a little
off.
face-off.
Yeah, have a little face. Also, they're both scoring a lot of goals.
Yep.
And Gyökeres is, the upstart. He's from out of Sweden. He's actually not ethnically Swedish at all, but he was born and raised there, so he's basically Swedish. But yeah, they're going to miss out on that element, which is unfortunate because it would be fun. It would be fun to see them trying to outscore each other and outplay each other. Here we go. We got something going here. Put it through! Yeah. Not surprising. Andre Santos. We're in the 83rd minute here. No, 84th minute. Entering the 85th minute. Man U are looking tired. Chelsea are, kind of slow just because it's a bunch of defenders out on the field. So, great.
Yeah, I think Gyökeres actually I might be wrong on that.
I think he's going to start.
Yeah, I think he may be just fine back in the team, but he did take it.
You guys could beat him without Gyökeres, but it would be good to have him out there.
Yeah,
he'll cause a lot of problems for that Man City defense, which is.
Yeah, I think if we're gonna get a blowout win, if we're gonna beat them,
that's it.
If we're gonna beat them,
win that ball back, baby.
We need Gyökeres to be.
Oh, don't try stupid things.
We need Gyökeres to at least play the game if we want to get more than a couple goals. So, all right, Joe.
What?
You're gonna have to manage the.
I'm gonna have to manage the cast here. Well, I got some things to say. Some things to say about the fact that the sooner Chelsea can get a manager like Jose Mourinho running this squad, or get Jose Mourinho, I would prefer that, the sooner we can get back to our winning ways. That's how we're going to capture titles. That's how we're going to win. Pragmatism. We're not going to be super attractive. It's not going to be a ton of lovey-dovey, total football, tiki-taka, blah, blah, blah stuff. It's going to be winning. We need a winning mentality. And I think, and I see these kids on our team, and they're hungry. They are hungry for winning. They're ambitious. That's why they're at Chelsea. They want to win. They all had opportunities to go to other clubs, some of them bigger clubs. They're at Chelsea because they know that Chelsea's still got a little bit of that upstart, we're not afraid to try something different. And what we should try that's different is the same thing that got us to where we are now and why we're in consideration with these incredible young talents, is an ability to adhere to the weaknesses of the opposing team. Play pragmatic soccer. And we got to get back to that. And the only way we're going to get back to that is hiring the type of manager who's not too proud, which pride is a flaw the majority of the time. Confidence is not a flaw. And I think a lot of times people mistook that with Jose Mourinho, pride and arrogance, when there was actually a lot of just confidence in knowing what works. And yeah, he's had some misfortunes and maybe he's made some missteps in his career choices, but the reality is the man's confident, and what he does, if he has the right talent at his fingertips, works every time. He's got the track record. We should bring Mourinho back. He's not in a job right now. We should just rip the Band-Aid off, get rid of Maresca. I just can't say this enough. Get him out. Get him out and bring in Mourinho. We got to get rid of this guy. He doesn't know what he's doing, and it's costing us opportunities to win the league. This season is a great opportunity. This is a great opportunity for us. Yes, Liverpool are strong, but they are weak in some key areas, and when they get injuries, they will get exposed. They're starting strong, but they're not going to be able to maintain that. Okay? And they're going to have to make choices between Champions League games and league games when the injuries hit. And they'll probably go Champions League because Arne Slot hasn't gotten that yet. And there are opportunities to win the league. Anything can happen. And we have one of the deepest squads in the league. But it's being helmed by a guy who has the brain of a goat. This guy is dumb. He is out of his mind. He's proud, and he's got no reason to be that. Get him out. So those are my thoughts. I'm losing my voice. I'm so angry. I've been yelling this whole game.
All right, so
unbelievable.
Going into next week's games, Chelsea, Arsenal, everybody is playing EFL this week, in the middle of the week, which is the Carabao Cup. Any thoughts on Carabao Cup games? Or
well, I misspoke earlier. I just want to state something and kind of reemphasize something as well. Like I said earlier that Maresca has the mind of a goat. I didn't mean like a greatest of all time. That wasn't like an acronym thing. I meant like the pea-brained animal that like walks around in fields and chews grass all day and gets eaten by wolves. And is, virtually useless. Okay? That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
No, Enzo Maresca is not a goat.
The animal,
in the sense of greatest of all time. He's a goat in the sense of a dumb animal.
Yeah. The animal commonly used to reference Satanism.
Yeah.
Or represent Satan.
Yeah.
All right.
Devil incarnate.
Right. Yeah, he is not doing well. There's 7 minutes added, so that does give some time. They could really push for
I love how Ammer paces. What an idiot.
It's amazing how he's like, they went up 2-0 and he's in this situation. He's such an idiot. He put Cunha on. Cunha. Well, they're 2-0 up. He's like, let's get a striker out there.
Well,
What are you doing, dude? All right, so Any thoughts on the Carabao Cup, Joe? I kind of think, City could be in the mix for the Carabao Cup. I think Arsenal will definitely be in the mix. Arsenal have the most depth of any team in the league.
I think the Carabao Cup's going to get picked up by Tottenham or Chelsea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that City and Arsenal and Liverpool are going to crash out early. They're already noticing weaknesses in their squads, and they're already noticing injuries are creeping up. They've all got players that they need to protect, and they're going to make big compromises to make sure that those guys stay as healthy as possible, and that will mean fielding crappy squads.
I don't think the Arsenal
in the Carabao Cup. And maybe the FA Cup, too. I don't think anybody's going to go for any sort of treble business this season.
Based on...
It's going to be League, Champions League, and I think Champions League is what everybody really wants.
Based on Arteta's entire career at Arsenal, he has always put forward his best team in every game. He may rest a player if they have injury, knock or whatever. They need to get a little rest from a slight injury. But
Can you pause that for a second? The game real quick here. I got to use the bathroom.
Arteta puts forward his best team
hit the head
in every game.
Yeah.
So I kind of think Arsenal you can turn that off. Arsenal can actually pull off a little surprise in the Carabao Cup. I don't think he's going to rest players. I think
we'll see.
We're going to see a guy like Gyökeres
I doubt that.
Blowing teams out in the Carabao Cup.
I very much doubt that.
Arsenal have the deepest team of anybody in the league. They have the deepest squad.
Maybe we'll see.
The highest quality substitution, subs. So I genuinely believe Arsenal are the favorites for every competition this season. We'll see though. Liverpool they've got a pretty deadly squad, but Liverpool don't have the depth. Liverpool, if they're smart, they should definitely rest players in the Carabao Cup. They should focus in on probably the Premier League or Champions League. If they really just want to be really careful, they could go for one of those and the FA Cup. But Liverpool really don't have the squad depth to manage the Carabao Cup. They really just need to put out their secondary players, give them some game time, give them a chance, and that's it for them. Man City, same thing. They don't have the squad depth. Teams like Tottenham, Chelsea, Newcastle, they're going to go all out in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. It's all on the line for them. That's where they could possibly win something.
I'm back.
But I don't think they have much of a chance. So, anyways, moving on. That's the Carabao Cup. I don't think there's much more to talk about there. Premier League games. Well, FA Cup, there's no games happening in the FA Cup. It's just EFL this week. Next week, Premier League games. Chelsea play Brighton.
Oh, boy.
At home, at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, I don't think that matters. Not with this clown.
We'll see how this game goes. You've got 5 minutes left. If you guys can pull off a tie, that'd be massive. Especially for the.
That would be great. A tie would be a result.
Yep, that would be great for you guys. But Brighton at home. I think you should beat Brighton at home. That's a difficult game, but you should win. You're not sure about that?
We should. No. So close. We should beat Brighton at home, but with this, coming off that Bayern Munich result, which I don't think we should be super unconfident about, but then seeing the players know when he hauled off Cole Palmer, they're like, oh, this guy's not. He's not thinking clearly. So there's definitely the confidence is shaken, and That's one of the problems is that Maresca has not fully lost the dressing room. I don't think he's lost the dressing room at all. In fact, I think that they, as a general rule, like trust him, maybe even like him a bit. And he's imported a bunch of talent. He's gotten rid of some of the sour grapes, and so he's got this fresh, locker room. They believe in him. But this game has definitely shaken them, and if we lose, especially, it will be a big problem for them. So,
Right.
But yeah, at home against Brighton, it doesn't matter. Brighton are really good, and Maresca doesn't know what he's doing, and the confidence is low because it looks like we're about to lose 2 games on the trot, and this game we lost purely because of bad management. Bayern Munich at home, at their home,
Yeah.
with that's no joke.
Not supposed to win that game.
Yeah, we're not expected to win that game.
I will say, when I saw that, I thought, yeah, this is not a great sign for Chelsea. Because Bayern Munich, although they're always a great team, they're always a challenge, they did very poorly in the Champions League last season. And then they also had just come off losing to Leverkusen in the league, which had never happened before.
Yeah.
So Bayern Munich are a little overrated at the moment, it seems. I think they'll be a very challenging team this season, but they've got Vincent Kompany as manager, very odd. And so are Bayern Munich going to be that big of a team this season? I don't think so. And then for Chelsea not to challenge them very well is not a great sign for Chelsea. But always expected that Bayern Munich would win anyways, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Not great for Chelsea.
No, it's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah. All right, Man City are going to play at home to Burnley. They should win. Chelsea playing Brighton. They should win. Nottingham Forest versus Sunderland. That would be a good game to watch. I think Sunderland could actually pull off an upset away at Nottingham. Or Angie could get a result and, hang on to his job.
No.
Liverpool play away to Crystal Palace. They should win.
They should win. That'll be a tough game for them, though.
It'll
Crystal
be
Palace are
challenge.
always tough.
Yep. Tottenham at home to Wolves. They should win. Aston Villa at home to Fulham. Okay, that's going to be another.
That'll be a fun game.
Aston Villa are having a tough start to the season.
Yeah.
Tough teams they're playing against, and they're not doing well against them. So that should be a good game. Fulham could very easily pull off something against Aston Villa. I think the big game of the weekend is Arsenal away at Newcastle. Newcastle have always been a huge challenge for Arsenal. They usually get points off of Arsenal every season. So Arsenal away at Newcastle. Newcastle haven't been at their best this season. They did lose Alexander Isaac. So we'll see how that goes. But I think of all the seasons,
That's it.
Chelsea lose. Of all the seasons, this is the one where Arsenal could really really crush Newcastle. This is our best chance at doing that. So we will see what happens there. And then Everton at home against West Ham. Everton should win pretty handedly, I think, against Moyes, against his old team.
Phenomenally pathetic. Talk about bad.
That wraps up our Premier League games of the week.
Yeah.
Chelsea just got whooped.
So bad. So bad. Oh. Brutal. Whatever.
All right.
We all already know my opinions on the matter.
Should we talk more about Champions League games real quick?
No, I got to get going.
What did you think about Arsenal beating Athletic Bilbao 2-0?
Yeah, they should romp on them.
With
I got to go.
like 5 starting players injured.
They should. It doesn't matter. They should rock the socks off that team.
All right, well, we did. That's good. Barcelona beat Newcastle 2-1. Newcastle did pretty well.
Yeah, Yeah, but they also conceded 2 goals to Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, it's not great.
So-
We already talked about Bayern and Chelsea.
I gotta go, dude.
Liverpool beat Atletico Madrid in the last minute, 3-2.
Yeah, that's insane. But not shocking. They're a better team than Atletico.
Did you see the Juventus versus Dortmund game?
I did see that.
That was a really good
That was
game.
a fun game.
That was very good.
That was fun.
Really good.
Yeah. I love Vlahovic. They subbed him on and he's banged in 2. I mean, and they were beautiful goals. Watch that game.
Every
That was
goal
good.
was really good.
Yeah, that was a fun game. They were super back and forth. I gotta go, dude. We gotta end this.
You can go, Joe. Madrid beat Marseille with a red card.
Okay. That's that. That's that for me.
Man City beat Napoli 2-0. Man City with Napoli with a red card.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.